continue.
Y'a rien, je te dirais, y'a rien.
Je peux arrêter. Ah oui, on a découvert l'identité de Eden Guard. Ah, la méchante. On verra en combat. Oh, what the fuck, j'avoue. Putain, le logiciel, il a du mal, hein. Attends, je vais changer les options, sûrement ça, parce que... Hmm. Ok, c'est un peu mieux. Oh là, merci, hein. C'était... le bitrate. Et je sais pas pourquoi... je l'ai baissé, ça va mieux. Je sais pas sur OBS que j'ai dû changer, parce que c'est pas OBS qui fait tout. Sur OBS, il recorde juste la fenêtre. C'était Rec Central qui avait des problèmes. Eh ben... toujours plein de soucis. Tournoi de quoi? Tournoi de l'ancien. Le Léonie.
That takes care of that. How do you like that? do you like that?
Oh pinaise! Faites pas attention. Wesh! Attends.
I'd call that a win.
Ah voilà, c'est mieux. Il redonner des points de vie. On va faire des réglages sur le côté du teuf. Je sais pas où c'est bien le campfire Emblem. Je sais pas si c'est bien. Enfin, je pense que c'est bien. Hein.
How do you like that?
How you like that?
Bon tant pis, on verra si une autre fois.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery. But we gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
What? That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
Bah, les gars. Bah, je réglerai ça une autre fois. En plus, je sais même pas où la mettre, donc je sais pas, je réfléchirai une autre fois. J'aimerais bien le recruter, lui. Parce que regarde, on est soutien B, mais c'est post-time skip, donc je sais pas comment je fais. Bah, deux mecs de le garde quoi. Bah, les deux, je suis soutien B, donc sinon j'ai tout le monde.
Okay.
Faut le parler. Genre, je peux lui demander. Ah bah, en vrai, je sais ce que je vais faire. Attends. Je crois qu'il veut que je devienne fort à la hache et au point. Je vais voir si c'est pour moi que je monte ça vite. Et après, tu as capté. T'as le charisme. Ouais.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out.
Big play.
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us? I believe you. With the knights on our side, and especially with you,
Maybe. Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them?
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance. I had no idea Edelgard was so scary. And Dimitri seems totally different than before. I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them. Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him. Well, If we're forced to protect this place, our future's going to be dark no matter what.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
C'est dommage que, ouais, des loups, tu peux pas le... Tu peux pas le recruter, quoi.
And if Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscar, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial Army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed.
Yes. Ugh.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve? She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan? Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the Battle of the Eagle and Lion and everything else. I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, T.
Je peux t'épérer là-bas.
Right.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've got to do it, and I got to do it as best I can. And if that means I got to die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
Professor?
What? There are always small power struggles, still. It has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should. Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
Practice.
Hey, we're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
Practice.
Parler en dernier, lui. Je tente le tout pour le tout à la fin pour essayer de les ramener dans ma maison, eux, mais. Ah, ça m'étonnerait. Que j'y arrive.
I'll be. I can't believe the Empire raised an army. Even I couldn't have guessed it. War is profitable, but dangerous. I really don't.
You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing. We're gonna win this, Professor.
Yes.
What the?
Hi there!
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Ramire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers Academy.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? Yeah, I guess that's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you...
Mais ça, arrête de fond. Ok. On récolte. Planter. Grainer des légumes. Amigos.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
Ah là là. Rien que ça mange ici. Ouais, je veux une personne à gauche.
Hello there.
Oh.
Right.
Petra?
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire. But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Je viens si elle a ce dialogue avec toi seulement si le soutien il est assez élevé. Ou juste si elle est dans ta classe.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Right.
Hey, you.
N'oublie parfois que Dimitri c'est un edgelord comme ça.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this?
I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. Professor, can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world? Just to uphold. I've spent my whole life running in fear.
Alex?
And now.
Comment ça va?
Ça va, tu viens de te réveiller?
Non, mais il y a pas longtemps.
Quoi, tu t'es réveillé à 18h au lieu de 18h30?
Non, il y a...
À 17h30.
Ouais, voilà.
Ok.
Mais c'est parce que j'étais pas bien. J'avais mal au ventre.
tranquille.
Et du coup, je me suis reposé.
Surely we can win if we rely on each other.
Tranquille, ça a l'air.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? An honorable notion. Do you think there is something to... I never wanted, and all we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Hanna, man.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice. May the goddess's voice reach you.
I still have much to learn.
Well...
Je peux pas monter encore.
Tu fais quoi là, mec?
Je stream Fire Emblem.
Ah, mais t'es en stream?
Oui. Ça se voit pas sur Discord, sur
Ouais,
j'ai pas fait le...
c'est pas écrit sur Discord, hein.
Ouais, j'ai pas fait les modifs, je crois.
Je me disais, j'aime pourquoi elle est mute.
Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset if we're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies. Captain, I hope you're watching.
Il fait H et épée en vrai. Je vais voir si quelqu'un d'autre qui fait H ou épée. Je crois qu'il fait H.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I have something to ask of you. Practice.
Well, we're depending.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events, and of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of... I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political... Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now.
Really?
To think. Well, we're depending.
Excuse me, but I gotta go grab me some seconds.
Seconds? We only just started eating. How did you magic away your firsts?
Hi. I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion. Infiltrate. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Allez, on tente le dialogue avec Gaspard et Ferdinand, mais j'ai pas beaucoup d'espoir. Hein.
I don't know. We are. I don't. I hope. You know, Professor, I keep hearing good things about you. I gotta admit, I'm curious. Want to let me into your class?
Ah, d'accord.
All right, that was easy enough. Come on, we're gonna run this place.
Let's go. Par contre, Ferdinand, je crois pas. Tu sais, j'ai réussi à monter la hache. Ouais, j'ai réussi à monter la hache et l'épée, mais lui, je sais pas ce qu'il veut en fait. J'ai la lance, mais peut-être qu'il veut de la. Tu sais quoi, je sais, j'ai fait monter la cavalerie un tout petit peu, je vais pas gagner de level, je pense, mais. Je sais pas, peut-être la cavalerie, ça va. Il va se dire, oh. Il aime bien les chevaux. C'était qui? Je crois que c'est Han.
This is but more. I must handle. Could that be
Chavox. Ah, j'ai fait que bien. Putain, si j'avais fait plus, en vrai, il y avait peut-être une chance que je passe un level. Unlucky. Pas la cavalerie, quoi.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have of the Bernadettas and my father.
Merde, attends, mais c'est un nouveau dialogue.
What do I do? Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vester was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything.
Oh, Professor. Here to well, the eldest son of House Eyre will not be so easily swayed.
Tech cuirassier. Ah, cuirassier vraiment. Sad.
Professor.
Oh non, le Covid recommence en Chine.
Let's go. Pardon. Non.
How are you doing, Professor?
Ils ont confiné Shenzhen. Aïe aïe aïe.
Ah, gagne. Ça, je mets dans ta team, lui. Jamais.
It occurs to me that whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about you. It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once, and perhaps you might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I Not at all. I am quite honest in my motivations. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh?
And the beginning.
I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy. I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution. I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests, at my disposal in the Empire. So I came to Garrick Mach and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades. Your cooperation as the bearer of the Crest of Flames ensures my research will continue to advance. In fact, it may bring me ever closer to the goal of uncovering everything there is to know about. I do hope you shall continue helping me advance in this field of study. Together, we will solve the mystery of your Crest of Flames, and our world will be the better for it. Shall we proceed? My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
Voilà B avec Hanneman. Let's go. On a parlé à tout le monde. Ferdinand, malheureusement, ne sera pas avec nous. Et Réa, ben je sais pas si je peux l'avoir.
It was so sunny this morning, but now it's absolutely pouring.
Did you hear the thunder just now? Good thing we got all the clothes indoors before the skies opened up. I apologize for troubling you with this task.
Don't worry about it. I was just passing by and thought I could help. I know how frustrating it is to have your newly dried clothes soaked by rain.
Oh.
What's wrong? We managed to keep all of the clothes dry, didn't we?
It's just odd. Every time it's my turn to wash the clothing,
Je
there's
l'ai
a
vu
sudden
venir.
downpour.
Salut. Comment ça va?
Ça va, et
Ah, il y a de la nouille.
Ok. Salut.
Ça va.
Tranquille avec toi?
Alhamdoulilah.
Bismillah.
C'est juste un but. Je suis en stream, c'est pour ça.
Ah.
Je vous laisse, vous voulez discuter.
Vas-y.
Ah non.
Surely it must just be an inconvenient coincidence. But I can...
Ah, I see. That probably is your fault.
Wow. You're even harsher than I am.
You have a crest of Karen, don't you?
I do, yes, but... Hold on a moment. How did you know that?
I can just tell. I have a crest of Karen too. And I've noticed that, whenever I need dry weather, there's rain. Don't you think it's our crests making the rain fall upon us?
How had I never connected this? This is quite a revelation. A crest affecting the weather.
Well, I don't know how true it is. There are only the two of us, which is a pretty small sample of people.
I suppose that's true. So, we must test our hypothesis. Maybe we can find someone who tends to bring the sunshine around. That would be especially handy for...
Now there's an idea. That's enough. You're done for today.
Right. Thanks.
Are you feeling pain anywhere, Leonie?
No. Sorry, I'm alright.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I can't hold my own against you. And on top of that, you have to worry about hurting me. I feel like I've let you down.
Do you know what I meant when I said, you're done for today?
Probably that I was about to keel over.
No, it wasn't about your physical strength. I could tell that you didn't have the will to keep fighting.
I've got plenty of will.
No matter what I do, I can't win. Isn't that what you were thinking? If you think you can't win, you won't. Perhaps you already knew that.
Good point.
But never assume that you'll win. That is, don't underestimate your foe. At all times, you have to keep a clear head to make split-second decisions. In battle, mistakes are deadly.
But I don't have a crest or a relic. How could I ever hope to beat you?
If you put it like that, I'll fight barehanded, and I won't use my crest. Think you can win? Do your worst. Oh dear, I might have overdone it there. But I believe in her. I would be doing her a disservice if I pulled any punches. It's Leonie after all. She'll be back on her feet and charging at me before I know it.
Il est cassé un bras là.
That was pretty... You really think I'm that Guess I'm still growing.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que je pourrais lui apprendre maintenant? Moi je pense c'est toujours bien l'autorité en plus.
Keep...
It was... I was sure I had it. Oh, I'll never give up. I'm getting it. I do not have enough understanding. I did not have success. Please. Your God.
Thanks.
I have a question. I see.
Professor.
You called, so I came. Thank you. Not bad. Yes. Very good. Oh? Sure. Yes. Yes. I'm not much for conversation. I'll gladly leave if you're bored. Yes. Yes. Thanks. I appreciate it. That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
Trop de la drague. Ici on tchatche, hein.
I'm honored.
Dear goddess.
I thought.
How's this gonna help?
I'm closing in on expertise.
I've got it. Am I starting to master this?
Est-ce que j'ai des quêtes? Pas vraiment de quêtes, non. Je vais faire un séminaire. Pas un mec qui fait de... Non. Lancer autorité, c'est osé. Ah, ça peut être pas mal celui-là.
I still have much to...
How's this gonna help?
Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side.
Professor, are you ready? Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage. To make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. Do not underestimate how extraordinary her abilities are.
She's back already? Talk about impatient.
If we don't stop them, the Academy will be destroyed. Prepare for battle, everyone!
We will stop Edelgard's ramp!
Our opponent is formidable. But if we work together, we will not fail.
Enough talking. Let's go!
Dear goddess, I shall fight with all that I have. Professor, Claude, you'll lead the way, won't you? You won't let any of us fall, right?
I wanted to talk to Rhea first, but as expected, that won't be possible. What did she hope to accomplish at the Holy Tomb? What happened to you as a baby? There are still so many things I need to know. The same goes for the real origin of the Crest Stones and the heroes' relics. As for Cerfs and Nemesis, just how much of their mythology is true? It's true. Hey, Teach. All joking aside, can we possibly survive this battle? That's all we can do, right? If we gave up, the God of Fate wouldn't be happy. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not the kind of man to just roll over and die in a place like this. There are things, dreams, that I must see come to fruition. And I've been thinking, I want you to see those dreams realized as well. On top of all that, there are still so many secrets out there just waiting to be uncovered. So, Teach, no, scratch that. You're so much more. You're my ally and my friend. Teach, friend, none of those words quite capture what you've come to mean to me. We may not be connected by blood, but I believe our bond goes deeper than that. Now that we know each other, our hearts are connected. Even if our paths diverge and we're forced to say goodbye, I know that we'll meet again. And so, for lack of a better word, I gratefully call you my friend. And I hold fast to the belief that this isn't it for us. No matter who or what you really are, I'll always be on your side. You can't count on...
C'est lui, il est en train de me draguer là. Ok, il me semble que cette mission là elle est un peu dure hein, si je fais pas attention. J'aimerais nourrir vite quoi. Ouais, celle-là elle est vraiment chiante pour le coup. Oh, l'OST elle est pas mal hein. Faudrait juste que tout le monde est bien équipé. Voilà.
I have a report. The enemy is within the walls. They're about to break the defensive line.
We have two priorities for this battle. Protect the Archbishop and maintain the defensive line. Reinforcements should arrive soon, so just hold your ground until then.
Stay focused.
I got this.
Ah, il y a des chances qu'il crit. On l'espère. Bravo, oui, qui rate.
Ready and willing. Sorry, but victory is mine.
Each battle a chance to grow.
The better to serve Lady Rhea.
Who, me? You lost to me?
Ready anytime.
Peut-être casser le mur en... Non. On va se mettre proche du mur.
I stand ready. A trivial victory.
Let's get to it. I will get the victory.
To work. Silenced. This'll make the job easier.
Leave it to me. Who, me?
Another one down.
You fought well. is that?
Now's our chance. Report. The enemy has taken the entrances where the reinforcements were heading.
So long as we can recapture the east and west strongholds, we might be able to call in the reinforcements.
Oh.
Witness frigid pride.
That's the golden deer for you. Progress suits me well. Yeah, I've got this down.
I've got an idea.
Ah, ça a pas pété le... Dommage.
I guess it worked out.
Be mindful.
This'll get him.
Never underestimate an outsider.
I'd call that a win.
Plenty more where that came from. I think I get it now.
I'll keep it up.
Stay focused.
Elle a pas réussi à casser le truc? Attends.
This fight is but a sideshow to the ravaging of the sacred place that is...
Damn! I'm letting the captain down.
Putain. Ah, j'étais sûr qu'elle allait die. Ok, elle peut pas prendre la balise, sinon elle canne.
Let's think carefully.
Ouais, je suis one shot tout.
I got this. Sorry, don't know my own strength. Making my but
I feel...
Let's get to it. Another one down.
To work.
I will get the victory. Leave it to me.
I stand ready.
Stay focused.
Who, me?
Ready anytime.
This fight is but a...
This is our chance.
Petra juste trop forte en fait.
The time is not right. I will wait for the next opportunity.
We took back one of the strongholds. On to the next.
Who, me?
Merci, j'ai la rature peut-être.
Appreciated.
Such power dwells within.
done?
Ready and willing.
I'm a bit uneasy. Ready anytime.
Oh dear. Maybe I was...
It's your call.
I'll celebrate later. Can't get comfortable.
I have no choice but to distinguish myself in this fight. I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must
I'm stronger.
Ready and willing. That's the golden deer for you.
I'd call that a win.
Won that.
Je fais pas des haches en argent vraiment, putain. Bon, en espérant que ça passe, hein. Oh. Ça fait 40, quoi.
Sleep in the dirt.
My limit is nearby. Flame Spirit, protect me. Another one down.
I'll show you what I can do. I'll keep it up.
Voilà, oh non.
I stand ready.
Leave it to me.
Ready and willing.
Let's get to it.
What you fail to appreciate is that we have at our backs a force.
Homie?
To work. Boring. This'll make the job easier.
My limit is nearby.
I got this.
Ready anytime.
Who, me?
My life was changed forever by Her Majesty.
Ok, nice.
I am greater now.
You will come to regret raising your blade against the Emperor of the Adrestian Empire.
Don't underestimate me.
Attends, mais c'est vraiment la pislo random renfort qui est en train de tuer Edelgard. Elle l'a mis à 1 HP.
Stay focused.
En vrai, des choses que tu fais de Edelgard.
Are we done?
You're incredible.
I will get the victory.
Lady Edelgard, I'm so sorry. I can't keep going.
I just worked harder. There's still a lot.
Should have trained better.
Here she is, Her Majesty, looking pleased as a dog with a stick. What exactly—
I'm simply seeing through a promise I made to myself a long time ago.
Isn't this much force excessive? Thanks to you, my own long-held ambitions are nearly destroyed.
If you don't want them to be destroyed completely, I suggest you turn tail and flee. You fought well, but now your fight is over. Send in our reserve troops, and give my uncle the signal.
What is this?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands. No, I will not allow another Red Canyon tragedy to happen here.
What is going on?
What now?
Why did you come?
Cette scène elle fait toujours penser, on dirait Kirby quand il tombe dans le ravin là.
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Cerfs, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. But amidst the chaos of battle, she vanished, and her whereabouts remain unknown. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun. Part 2. Verdant Wind. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at Dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by 2 opposing factions. Those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must, like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, in order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you. You are a complete and utter fool! Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake? We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river. Garreg Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned. Huh? You don't know? The Church of Cerfs isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Anyway, I've heard some thieves have been spotted around those parts these days. Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that? Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing and all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Are you crazy? I told you. They say thieves are running amok up there. And there's plenty... Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead. Unbelievable.
overslept, Teach. Pretty rude to keep a fellow waiting like that, wouldn't you say? What's with that surprised look, my friend? You didn't really think I'd given up on you coming back, did you? Can you feel it? A new dawn is finally here. Not just for us, though. No. For all of Fodlan. It's been 5 long years.
Casse les couilles.
Where have you been, Teach?
En vrai, je pense pas que c'est quoi le pied parce qu'il était dans l'eau. En vrai, je sais pas, peut-être.
You don't really expect me to believe that you've been napping this whole time, do you? It's a good one. Except that's not your lying face. I guess I've got no choice but to believe you. You're not exactly normal to begin with, so it's not a huge stretch to imagine you sleeping for that long. And this is where you say, just kidding, right? If this is a rib, now's the time to fess up. You must be insane, and yet... fine. I believe you, okay? But that means you don't know anything that happened after your last battle, right? I guess it's on me to catch you up. As you can see, Garreg Mach was crushed by the Empire and was never restored. The monastery is in ruins, and the town is in pretty bad shape too. Can you guess why? It would seem that's one possible explanation, since you insist that's what you've been up to. All we know for sure is that Rhea suddenly vanished during that battle 5 years ago. The Knights of Cerfs have apparently been searching all over Fodlan for her. But the fact that this place is in ruins tells me they still haven't found her. Worried, huh? Well, for better or worse, Rhea was clearly fond of you. But I'm not so sure whether it would be good for her to return as the Archbishop. Rather, with her gone... never mind. This could be a dangerous conversation. Before we discuss the state of affairs in each territory, are you hungry? It's not much, but I did bring some food with me. Let's eat up and go from there. Whew, I am stuffed. Even the most humble of meals taste great with the right company. By the way, Teach, do you remember the night before the ball? I know it was 5 years ago. But we promised that the Golden Deer House would reunite during the Millennium Festival. Today's the day we promised to meet up, but no one's here. True, there's still some daylight left. Let's wait just a little longer. You never know, maybe someone will show up after all. Hey, Teach, just waiting around sounds boring, so why don't we get in some exercise? You know, help with digestion and stuff. You must be in bad shape if you've been sleeping for 5 years. It'll do you good to get your body moving again. Something like that. Look, if you come with me, you'll understand. Oh, and don't forget your weapons, okay? I want to make sure neither your leadership nor your skill with a blade have dulled.
Non. Allô?
Oui.
Oui. Ça?
Viens de leur gueule un peu le timeskip.
Je me souviens du visiteur. Ah non, pas Alex et Groot.
Parce qu'ils étaient morts.
Ouais, c'est ça en fait. Ce truc, c'est que dans la bataille là, je les ai tués, je me souviens pas trop.
Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius struggle to continue the resistance. Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, the imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan. In the meantime, the Knights of Cerfs have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
Mais ouais, non, je me souviens pas vraiment des personnages de... Ouais, je me souviens pas de grand monde. Juste ceux de la maison de Dimitri, quoi, je m'en souviens, mais sinon...
The thieves are here. Apparently they're trying to run off with treasures from the monastery.
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
This is gonna get expensive. Collect everything the thieves carried out. At the ready.
C'est quoi le nom de sa classe? Maître Wyvern.
What's my strategy?
Ah oui, du coup, là, son arc, tah, les ouf. Ah, il est one shot pas, c'est un peu ça. Pas justement le one shot genre. Je crois que j'ai pas avoir le choix de descendre. Hein. Je vais se faire laver le fiac si je le fais fight là-bas. C'est bizarre de contrôler un archer sur l'univers. Parce que tu dis tu veux faire ce que tu veux, mais en fait non. Parce que ça reste un archer en fait.
You got yourself killed.
All is going to plan. I must lead them well. I'll use this.
It won't be in vain. I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Je sais pas si ça suffira. Ça mère, je crois que ça va être compliqué.
Good time for a secret scoop.
Ah l'enculé. Ouah, eh wesh. Ça va être dur hein.
The thieves are here. Apparently
Avec Dimitri c'était facile parce que Dimitri il était broken, mais là ça va être compliqué hein.
This is gonna get it. At the ready.
What's my strategy?
I fought and won.
This could turn the tides.
Il y a pas d'arc en fer en fait, je crois que c'est ça qui me baise. Attends.
A fitting outcome.
The barbarity is even worse than the rumors. On my honor as a noble, I will expel these ruffians.
Today was supposed to be a happy day, but the monastery is in such disrepair.
Ignatz, je me souvenais plus à quoi il ressemblait, ça on va dire un BG. Lorraine ça va, c'est un peu mieux avec sa coupe, c'est pas ouf toujours mais ça va.
Over there. Is that the professor? And the others?
Professor, you're alive! Guess we better handle this before I celebrate though, huh?
You finally made it. I suppose virtue still exists in this crazy world after all.
My orders?
Ah là c'est tous des beaux gosses.
Next try!
Shall we? Fighting wears me out.
All is going to plan. There is still room for improvement.
Shall we?
Steady now.
Ah, il porte un Aladdin.
Still alive.
Ah non, j'ai trop avancé, c'est pas grave, on va reprendre en arrière. Ils sont pas... Ouais, hein. J'ai oublié que ça devenait un peu plus dur hein, quand même.
Steady now.
Mais ils sont grave forts les bandits, c'est un délire. Ok. Je crois que je dois en bait 1. Ok, les bouffées.
Shall we?
Steady now.
Ok, personne ne meurt.
No mercy.
I will not fall. A nobleman does his duty. Good, but not enough.
What's my strategy?
Professor, boy, am I glad to see you. How did we end up in this situation?
You've been alive all this time? Where have you been hiding? Never mind, talk later.
Wesh, la voix grave c'était Ignat. Et ouais, Ignat il a un peu une voix un peu plus grave. Mais il me semble que celle que t'as entendue c'était plus.
My orders?
Truc. Lorenz. Non, c'est pas trop.
At the ready. Sorry, but I must.
Shall we?
Waouh.
I'll try.
La RNG de Prout. Il faut juste perdre 4 bas. On va essayer de taper. C'est tellement dans la merde en haut en fait.
How about a curtsy? This'll be...
I'm all right.
Je crois qu'il me gagne. Hein. Y'a rien que je puisse faire pour qu'il gagne pas avant. Ah, il a pas de potion sur lui. Aïe 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 aïe. Et je ne peux pas le one shot, sauf si je mets un lucky crit quoi. Let's go.
I took care of it.
Impressive.
Ah merde, allez, 30%. Ok. Ah oui, la coupe de cheveux qu'ils lui ont fait. Ah la tête qu'ils lui ont fait, c'est vrai, j'ai oublié.
Wow, it's you. Here I thought you were dead all this time. Could that be the professor's ghost?
Hey, you're late. Hurry up and help. Watch this.
Shall we? Our quarrel wasn't personal.
For the future of Bodland.
I've got to pull it together. It won't be in vain.
Never let your guard down.
Bah oui, maintenant.
Leave it to me.
I'll do my best. Let's make this quick. No time to slow down.
Oh merde. Ok, elle a survécu. Oh sa mère.
We could split into two groups. If we hit them from the north and south, we can trap their leader in a pincer attack.
Make a difference? There's more work to be done.
Shall we?
Moi je peux pas le faire sur le côté, mais bon il me fait pas de dégâts donc on va se prendre l'arme qui tape le... Putain, en vrai les haches c'est vraiment pas précis hein.
You got yourself killed.
Ah, il l'a pas vu.
Leave it to me. That's another one. Am I getting closer?
On dirait vraiment il vient d'un vieux manga, genre d'un vieux manga, genre quel survivant.
Make this quick. It's done. I'll do my best. I won, didn't I?
For Gerald.
Aïe aïe aïe, oh les dégâts sa mère. Ok. Heureusement les autres sont cons. Ah putain, empoisonné.
My orders?
Elle tue ou pas? Elle tue si je suis une compétence.
How about a curtsy?
What's my strategy?
Thank you. I'll try.
At the ready. fitting outcome.
Shall we? Too close for my liking.
Steady now.
I will not die yet. I feel a little stronger. Enemy's key. Shall we?
It's time.
Ce que j'allais dire, lui tue.
You got yourself killed. More battles means more strength.
For Gerald.
Oh, je tue tout le monde. Ah, je peux juste me mettre là, non? Bon. Ouais, je peux me mettre là, ouais, après je pourrais aller au top.
I can still fight.
Still alive.
Should have seen that coming.
Shall we? We've much to discuss, but first, let us dispense with the riffraff. It is a no...
think I've mastered it.
underestimate us.
Is that really you, Professor? It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again.
Thank you.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Too easy.
Can we help?
I've got another option. All right, who's next?
I made it. Professor, it's been too long. I do want to chat, but first let's handle these criminals.
That helps.
to stop it.
You got yourself killed.
I'm not dying here.
No! I'm not the one you want! I guess I've got no choice! It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
So, he revealed his true identity. Catch him and recover the treasure. We're all desperate.
2h15. Ouais. Je vais te demander en plus j'étais à combien de temps. Merci de me le dire.
Appreciate that.
You should yield me a tidy profit.
Sorry, but I must.
It was the least I could do.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
We took care of that. Are you sufficiently warmed up, Teach?
My thank you so...
I'm exhausted. What gives, Professor? I was was so excited to see everyone again, and then this happens. I'm still tired from the long journey. How did it come to this?
Let's all take a moment to catch our breath.
If you've got the spare time to play with those guys, the least you could do is prepare some tea.
We were hoping someone would come to back us up when we started routing the bandits. It seems they've been taking advantage of the church's absence and doing whatever they please here.
In any case, I'm glad that all of you are well.
That's the spirit, Marianne.
That was fun. In fact, I wouldn't mind romping around some more.
So, you were alive this whole time, Professor. I am not surprised. In fact, that is why I came here.
And it doesn't look like time has rusted your skills. That's a relief.
I'm just glad everyone's alive and well. On that note, let's move this reunion party somewhere else. Now that we've dealt with those violent bandits, we could potentially use this place as our base of operations again.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I'm talking about the Leicester Alliance taking over Garreg Mach Monastery. After all, it's right in the middle of Fodlan. It's a critical strategic location.
Are you suggesting that we fight back against the Empire?
Aren't you getting a bit ahead of yourself? The Alliance is in complete discord at present.
And, as leader of the Imperial faction of the Alliance, isn't Count Gloucester, your father, the main cause of that discord?
Yes, that is true. It was inevitable. Our house's territory is close to Imperial land, after all. Had we not consented to vassalage under the Empire, they would have invaded immediately.
Naturally. And, to be clear, I have no problem with your house maintaining its Imperial ties until we're sufficiently prepared to revolt. The Empire is the cause of the infighting. If we rid ourselves of them, the situation should resolve itself. That's why I'm thinking we should make this our base, raise up an army, and stir up some trouble for the Empire.
Now you're talking. Sounds like fun.
So then, Mr. Leaderman, does this mean you intend to rope us into your little scheme?
My grandfather passed away. That means yours truly is officially the leader of the Alliance.
If we had a more reliable leader, perhaps the Alliance would not have been divided.
Think what you will. All I need to know is if you're in or you're out.
I'm happy to lend a hand. I won't let those Imperial dogs set foot in Alliance territory. I couldn't bear it if my village got caught up in the chaos of war.
I'll fight too. I've got to protect my little sis.
I will join as well. After all, House Ordelia was once dragged into an Imperial revolt. It ruined us.
Of course. I understand your motivation.
I'll fight too. It's time to take responsibility for my own future.
I don't want to run anymore. I hope I'll be of use to everyone.
We can do anything if we work together, Marianne.
What about you, Lawrence? Are you going to go back home to your scary father or what?
We cannot rely on Claude's scheming to lead us to victory. Therefore, I will remain. It is my duty to ensure Claude does not worsen the situation in the Alliance.
All of us are fighting for a different reason, but we share a common enemy. If we don't act, the Empire will crush us eventually. So, Teach. Will you help as well?
Je préfère chercher plutôt que combattre. The fuck?
All the more reason to join us. Admit it, you're not going to be able to do much on your own. With you on our side, the Church will join us as well. That makes fighting the Empire a moral cause, which means it'll be easier to rally support. Above all, your knowledge and strength are indispensable if we hope to stand a chance against the Imperial army. Without you, my schemes are nothing. Just words. Please, take all of that into consideration as you decide.
You're really laying it all on the table, aren't you, Claude? Well, all that aside, this place is a mess. We can't very well make our base in a ruin. And repairing it sounds like a lot of work. I wonder if anyone would be willing to help us out with that.
be? You were alive all this time?
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you. But I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Oh, what the fuck, quel beau gosse. Lui, je l'avais pas vu avant. Parce que je l'avais pas recruté.
Cyril? Is that you? You've grown up, kid. Have you been looking for Rhea with the Knights?
Of course, without Lady Rhea, I don't belong anywhere.
Cyril, that's not... Never mind. We'll figure it all out.
Oh my. The Golden Deer House is together again at last. And all grown up. Well, for the most part.
I do regret that we were never able to hold a proper graduation for all of you students.
It has been 5 years since Lady Rhea disappeared. We have devoted all of our energies to finding her. However, without being able to set foot in Empire territory, we are at a standstill. We had hoped that perhaps the Archbishop would return here on this day. That of the long-awaited Millennium Festival.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Though I don't suppose you had very high hopes in that regard. Even if she were able to return here, with the monastery in ruins, I don't think she would have felt safe enough to do so.
Yeah, this is an important location for the church. To think you've left it in such a state.
That's true. Perhaps we've left it alone for too long. We've got to make things right.
I can clean this place up like new. It's not fit for Lady Rhea like this.
And leaving this place in ruins affects the safety of this area.
Agreed. There is also a great deal of valuable literature here.
Then let's do it. If we all work together, we can restore the monastery to its original beauty.
We will require the aid of skilled craftsmen, too. I shall seek out any such individuals who are willing to return to Garrick Mach.
Fantastic! I'll figure out how to split up the work, and then we can get started.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance Leader's Ambitions. Claiming the monastery at Garrick Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Cerfs. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to rope the Knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic happen.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. That job should have fallen to us. And
hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
the Church is at war with the Empire, but let's be realistic. Wouldn't it be better for the Alliance to eventually submit?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world. I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
Garrick Mach is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it.
I see. The Empire doesn't see this place as important at the moment because it's far from the front lines.
But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind. What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Cerfs. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel?
I have heard what you have to say, Claude. And you, Professor? Where do you stand? On our own, we lack sufficient military strength. But with the help of the Alliance, the Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you. If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side. Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
Oh. Let's go.
Hey, Professor.
Quel
Something's
bogus.
been bothering me. Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student? A knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought, but we prevailed. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops. Much appreciated, but there's a reason I need to bring this to your attention. Do you recall the incident 5 years ago involving a suspicious individual in Garreg Mach? These brigands all bore the same scorpion tattoo that we found on the...
Oh no.
I thought that might be of interest to you. Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens. But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner, and I wouldn't have blood on my hands. But he probably wouldn't have. Now those knights, they're not coming back. We both know it. This is all my fault.
Non, c'est trop triste, le pauvre.
Hey, Professor. I think you've been working too much lately. The battle's gonna keep going with or without you, but you're the one doing the most out there. It's real impressive how you can focus on giving orders and fighting. I don't think I could do both in the same battle. I see you running all over the place, even after the battle's over. I just don't want you to wear yourself out. Oh yeah? As soon as you say you're fine, that's when it hits you. No offense, Professor, but don't you think some folks might be taking advantage of you? Claude keeps asking you to do things, but you never say no. Like when you gave that speech to the troops. That didn't seem like something you wanted to do. I know you gotta follow orders on the battlefield, but you shouldn't have to do things off the battlefield if you don't want. What do you mean? Like studying? Sure, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but that was to keep my little sis fed. I had good reason for it. The same, huh? I think I get what you mean. You do things you don't want to do for the sake of everyone else. That's real noble of you, Professor. I guess I can't get in your way if you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay then. I'm gonna keep trying to do my best. But now, I'm gonna do it for you. My little sis is important to me. But you're real important too. I always work hard for the people who matter to me. And having more of them in my life just means I gotta work even harder. What do you think? Really? I wasn't expecting you to say that. You're gonna make me blush. We gotta keep working hard together then. At least until this war's over. I'll work to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. You got nothing to worry about, Professor. I've been training non-stop. I got your back.
Ah non, pas une grise, je veux faire des fleurs.
Thank you.
Je sais pas, j'arrive. C'est pas grave. On sauvegarde, on arrête. Oh, sa mère. Oh, c'est trop bien ce jeu. Oh. Ah. Hop, et du coup, voilà, ça fera la VOD pour YouTube. Et je vais couper le stream ici. Allez, bisous.